Good morning, folks. This is about 4:50 a.m. off the east coast of Scotland, and I've come here to meet this chap. This is Ben, who has a YouTube channel called Coastline Fishing Fife. His channel's the first link in the description down below, so go check it out. He does a lot of the same sort of stuff that I do. Does catch and cooks and foraging, fishing, and he's into a bit of the freediving for lobsters as well. I met him today at my old favourite spot just to show him the lie of the land and hopefully put him in contact with a few lobsters. I told him there were no brown crabs here, and on one of our first dives we hit this little shelf here. There's at least 10 brown crabs all sat there, so not off to a good start on looking like a complete liar. Loads of brown crabs. So what we're doing is we're just snorkeling along. The viz is fantastic. Because it's very early in the morning, the light hits the water at an angle, so most of the light rays bounce off. Therefore, even though it's quite sunny topside, it's all torchlight. So Ben's into his first lobster, lets it go. At this point I thought he'd dropped it, so I swoop in to pick it up and give it to him. Turns out the reason he dropped it is because he'd felt it had a very soft shell. If you feel the shell is soft, there's no point taking the lobster because it's got a very small amount of meat inside. So here's the same dive from Ben's camera on his head. So he descends and straight away sees this little guy sitting in a crevice, way too small to keep, but give it a quick poke with a hook anyway, just to show it who's boss. Then he drops down another level, another sort of tier in the sort of shelves of the reef, and sees this one, which is a decent size. This is definitely worth pursuing, this one. Get the hook in. You have to be fairly gentle with these lobsters because you don't want to damage them. Most lobsters, you're not going to be able to take them for one reason or another, so you have to be very careful with the animal when you're trying to catch it. So that's exactly what he did. He let it go straight away. And there's me swooping in to pick it up. It's actually pretty dark down there. The torches are absolutely essential in this low light. The viz is really good though. This is absolute best visibility we get in this kind of place. Doesn't really ever get much better than this round here. It's quite tiring. So while I was off doing something else, Ben managed to produce this one. Its carapace was just over 87 millimeters in length, which means it's legal size, and it was a male with a hard shell. So he shall be enjoying that one on the barbecue later on, and he did. So yeah, check his channel out because there's a different edit of the same dive, including a catch and cook at his end on Ben's channel. This is me looking in amongst the narrow crevices in the rock. Some of them go way back, so if you see a lobster in there you have to kind of get your shoulders jammed into the rock cracks and then reach right back in. But some of them just go too far back and the lobster can just keep disappearing. Some of them just disappear into little cave systems and things. No joy. It's 1-0. So this is Ben's camera again. It's the lobster. That's how they sit, claws facing outwards, waiting for a meal. So here, look, you see he's hooking it gently. You have to guide the lobster out. You're not trying to yank it out or pull it out, because as I said before, most lobsters, for some reason or another, you're going to have to let it go. It'll be too small, it'll be a female, it'll be a soft shell with eggs, whatever. So you really don't want to hurt them. You just have to encourage them out by putting the hook in behind. And see, the lobster's usually got an exit to its hole, so it'll try and go out, so you try and catch it at the other end. And then you want to get a solid grab on top of the carapace when it comes out. Then grab it by the claws because it'll drop them. I think in the end that one was probably going to have been too small anyway. This is Ben's head camera again. Descending here to about 6 meters. Doesn't really get a lot deeper than that in this area. You have to go way out to the flat sand if you want any more depth than that, but there's no lobsters out there. So there's the beast hiding, as they do, under a ledge. Put the hook in gently behind, scoop it out, grab it by the shell. Perfect, textbook stuff, except it wriggled free. And there's me helpfully grabbing it again. I think at this point that this one is a keeper. Biting onto my glove there. This is the same catch filmed by me, so you see it from the other angle. See, that's Ben there lying down on the bottom, shining his light in under the crevices. You really wouldn't spot the lobsters at all in this kind of light without a torch. Scoops it out, gets it by the tail and just wriggles free. And that's my hand going in there to grab it. At this point we're both pretty happy with this one. Nice bit of teamwork. Looks like a keeper.
Good little team effort. I think we're going to have to put him back as well. Yeah, I can just feel the carapace just a little bit squishy. See you later, guys.
Throughout the course of the morning we found numerous lobsters that were too small or too soft or had eggs or whatever reason we couldn't keep them. It was starting to get really tiring now, all this up and down, crawling around through the kelps. And then finally Ben got one last decent keepable lobster. So it was in size, it was over 87mm carapace length, male with a good firm shell. So that's a nice brace for him to take to his family barbecue later on in the day. So if you want to see this little adventure from his point of view and check out all his other videos, fishing and foraging, etc., head over to Coastline Fishing, links down below. And thank you to all my new subscribers. Really glad you guys are enjoying this stuff. I'll be hopefully getting out again soon for some more underwater fun and adventures and generally hassling the sea life. Anyway, until next time, cheers folks, see you, bye.
There you go.